Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a website tour of this of this movie company that was founded on October 2nd, 2018. It's actually a newer company, but like I said, that was founded in 2018, like in October of 2018, like the second day of October, and that's going to be on Solstice Studios. Yep, that's right. This is basically what the website for Solstice Studios looks like. And in case if you don't know, like I said, Solstice Studios is a newer movie company that's based in Los Angeles, California, and the the company is brand new, of course, and then and 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 you can already see the upcoming projects from Solstice Studios, and of course Solstice Studios is so far known for making its first movie that where filming took place in New Orleans and Canada, Louisiana, back in the summer of 2019, from July from that started in July and then was completed later that year. And so the movie stars Russell Crowe, Karen Paistris, if that's how you pronounce her name, but oh well. Also stars Gabriel Bateman, Jimmy Simpson, Austin P. McKenzie. And of course, it was directed by Derek Borte and music score by David Buckley. And so the movie actually came out on August 21st, 2020, and it's also known to be the very first theatrical release since the COVID-19 pandemic. Like, as the COVID-19 pandemic was starting to slow down a bit last year. But the movie's called Unhinged, and of course, I actually do have Unhinged on Blu-ray as well. Yeah. And so this is basically how you get to the website here. It's got the Solstice Studios logo there. The on-screen logo for Solstice Studios it features like a misty beach, and so far from what we know, the music and sounds for the Solstice Studios on-screen logo is actually so far just the opening sounds to the film. Like how the opening to Unhinged just is basically the openings, like the opening sounds of thunder and rain. But anyway, let's see what other things they got on the Solstice Studios website. Cause I know I did some other website tours on my YouTube channel as well. I actually did this one website tour on the Blue Sky Studios website, which doesn't exist anymore and now redirects to the Disney.com website. But anyway, so when you go here, you get Solstice Studios. You get this about section. About is basically the history of Solstice Studios and how they got started. Like it says right here, Solstice Studios is an independent movie company based in Los Angeles, founded in October 2018. The firm develops, fully finances, produces, sells internationally, and distributes feature films in the United States on a wide release basis. Solstice plans to produce 3 to 5 movies per year for a global audience, generally in the $20 to $80 million budget range. It also plans to co-finance or acquire other 1 to 2 films per year for wide United States distribution. The company has a partnership with Ingenious Media. And of course, Solstice Studios and Ingenious Media made its first movie, Unhinged. The Solstice leadership team has a $5 billion production track record and includes President and CEO Mark Gill, head of production Lisa Elsley, co-head of production Guy Botham. Excuse me, and sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but business and legal affairs head Karen Barna, chief financial officer Sean Williams, Chief Technology Officer Edward Churchward, and Shari Hardison, the head of the United States Distribution. Yeah. And that's basically how Solstice Studios got started. And as for that other part there, Solstice plans to produce 3 to 5 movies per year. Well, so far they only released 1 movie, and they were going to make this Mark Wahlberg film called Jobel, which recently came out by Roadside Attractions, and which I never actually saw Jobel so far. I mean, the movie doesn't look that bad in my opinion. I mean, I kind of wish Solstice Studios should have made Jobel instead of Roadside Attractions, but oh well. even before Solstice Studios was meant to make Joe Bell, A24 was also supposed to make Joe Bell as well. And I like A24. But yeah, so I'm hoping that Solstice Studios will get back on track, and they'll get started with releasing 3 to 5 movies a year, like once this whole pandemic blows over. Yeah, I think there's a good chance, because I think Solstice Studios will get back on track, and yeah. All right. So that's the about section, and the projects here. The project section talks about like the movies they're making and the movies they release, which, you know, that's the Russell Crowe movie Unhinged that came out last year. Other upcoming films include, they got Hypnotic, I think. Because Hypnotic is actually going to be an upcoming Solstice Studios movie featuring Ben Affleck. And it's going to be from the director Robert Rodriguez, director of Sin City and Alita Battle Angel. Yep. A mind-blending action thriller that will make you question your own reality. Yeah. Hypnotic. We'll see how that turns out, and we'll see if we hear more about it. We'll see what comes up. And then, oh yeah, because I think Solstice Studios movies are starting to look like action thrillers. Like Unhinged is basically an action thriller, and I bet Solstice Studios could be making these action thriller films, because the next 2 films here listed here, Manhunt, is an action thriller that begins with the brutal murder of the granddaughter of a wealthy man. Her grieving grandfather issues a challenge heard around the world. Yeah, it says, and of course you can read more about it. And the other upcoming action thriller that Solstice Studios is working on, it's called Split Second, an action thriller about an assassin who suffers a psychological break when he is ordered to kill the woman who is in his lifeline. The story follows 2 versions of the same character. Yep, and you can read more about it, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so these are basically the projects from Solstice Studios of what they're working on in the future. So far from what I'm hearing, from what I just read, Solstice Studios is actually working on more action thrillers. Like Unhinged was an action thriller film, and now Solstice Studios is making other action thrillers as well. Maybe besides action thriller films, maybe Solstice Studios can make some other films that are not really considered action thrillers. Well, so far they're busy making these action thrillers, and I don't really mind action thrillers. I've seen some action thriller films before. So, and I know my mom's not really a fan of action thrillers. She's just more into like just thrillers only, because I know she's not that much of an action movie fan. But anyway, yeah, Ben Affleck and. Cool. Alright. Next up is news. News right here basically talks about, like, the news right here just basically talks about, like what Solstice Studios has been up to, or in case there's something officially announced. Oh, and that right there, that one there is actually the old Solstice Studios logo. Yeah, it's the old one. I think it's like a prototype logo before they used this one. Yep. And then we got the team here, the team who works for Solstice Studios. These are actually the people right here who work for Solstice Studios. Yep. That's Mark Gill, Lisa Elzy, Guy Botham, and Vincent Braz, Crystal girl, Shari Hardison, Sean Williams, and Edward, and I don't know how you pronounce that guy's name, right? Yeah. But this is the team who works for Solstice Studios. And for the search here, the search bar is actually where you can search for something to see what you're looking for. And sorry if my phone's kind of been focusing a little bit, but it's fine. And then the Contact Us is basically where you can contact Solstice Studios on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and yeah. Yep. And these are basically the other social media platforms where you can contact Solstice Studios and see which social media platforms you can follow them on. Like I said, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it, guys. That's pretty much the website. That's pretty much my website tour on the Solstice Studios website. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.